You're now listening to the show about the shit in life that's just a bit too much, from the perspective of stand-up comics. With our hosts, Carmelo Bongiovi and Ken Krantz. This week's topic, A Hole in the Floor, Part 2. With our guest, Joe McAndrew. This is A Bit Too Much.
Justin Jefferson's up to 5 catches.
Shut the fuck up!
Wait, I'm a little blind. Is that 5?
The game didn't even.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm a little blind. It's not 5. No, the game didn't start yet.
It's a 9-leg parlay. My parlays never hit, but I got it.
Well, what else do you have? What else is part of
dream.
What else is part of this parlay?
I used to have a roommate. So I would like gambling, but I never did like I never did like a bookie or anything.
Yeah.
But me and my friends would just gamble on shit. But I used to have a roommate, like in my 20s, and we would bet on like literally anything we turned on TV. So we would watch the game show channel. And watch like old Family Feuds and start betting on what the top answer would be. We would watch a baseball game and made every single pitch a bet. Wow. So if it was a strike, it was like $1.
They got that. They got that.
And we would like if the dude catches his ball in a hat, it was like $5,000.
Wow.
But we had it, and you would all of a sudden be in the 5th inning of a game, and you'd be like, I'm fucking down $200.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even left my house. Yeah.
You get sucked in.
See, I've done plenty of sports betting, like through bookies, through sites, through like all different versions. I haven't done it in a long time. But then I got really into, at some point, like playing poker.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to know poker.
You don't want?
I can't do it.
It's like if you got sucked in, are you afraid you'll get sucked in?
I got a very addictive personality. If I can link my debit card to some, I spent $200 on Plants vs. Zombies, that app game, just buying lives.
But it's on Klarna, it's fine. No one's getting that shit. But I get that though. Casino betting is where it could get. I feel like that's gonna get bad.
But it's
also bad if it's bookie betting, but like casino betting could get rough.
It gets bad on the app though. If I'm on the app and doing casino, if I don't have the limits that I have on right now, which that's how bad it is, I have limits on the apps.
Smart.
It gets dark. It gets real bad. It's gotten real bad. It's gotten to the points where I'm like dry heaving from all the anxiety and shit like that.
Oh, God.
I'll get into that. But I went to a casino like 3 months ago or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to take out $150. I'm going to play the $150. And whatever happens.
You can make 7 trips to the fucking ATM.
I went up 90. I went down the 90, went down the 150, and I was like,
what were you playing?
Done.
What were
just slots. I played blackjack for a hot second, and that was it. But I was done. There was but if I'm on the app and I'm in my bed.
Because it doesn't feel real, right?
Everybody could see me at the casino. Everybody could see me frantically going over to the ATM again. And be like, give me more.
Although, no, I got to say, no one's judging you because they're all doing it.
Yeah, right.
And I can see it. Right. But yeah, you feel it. You feel it. It's a tactic. You've got to physically, you're putting your body through it.
Yeah.
Where in your bed, it's like, fucking, who cares? I just had to double click the Apple Pay thing to reload my thing. Like it's nothing. It feels like it's Monopoly money. It feels like nothing.
The worst it's ever been was I went up like $500 because I found out on Bet365 you could bet on people playing NBA 2K. So 5-minute games, you pick the over. Dude. I was putting $25 on the over, it hit.
Dude, what are you doing?
$25 on the over, it hit. $25 on the over, it hit. Take that, all the winnings, put it on the over, it hit. I went up crazy. I was up to like 3 o'clock in the morning the next day. That was a Thursday. Friday, I go to work. I go on my lunch, hit it on my lunch break, hitting the over. I'm up like $700 now.
Yeah.
Friday, it's payday. I got paid. Cool. I just won $700. Cool. Immediately go home, lay in bed, betting on the over. Hit.
Oh,
around like 11 p.m., midnight. I'm like, all right, we're throwing $200 down on the over, lose. $200 down on the over, lose. All right, $400 on the under.
Shit.
Lost. It went over. Then that, lost everything that I won, lost most of my paycheck.
Yeah.
That I just got.
You lost your winnings and then your money that you earned.
For the next 2 weeks.
What you're describing though is, it gets worse.
It gets so much worse. I had like maybe $50 left. I put $25 on this crazy parlay, like 25, 30 legs. And one of them is the Vikings versus the Colts. Okay. And it was like a playoff game, or it was like right before the playoffs or whatever. And the Vikings needed to win this game. And I think it's a historic game for the Vikings because they went down 36 points in the first quarter. I'm like, you gotta be fucking me. Like everybody said Vikings are gonna win.
Yeah.
And they're down 8 touchdowns. They're down 8 touchdowns immediately. What are we doing? And I had
to feel like there's something against you.
Yeah. I had to go to my friend's like fireman's graduation party right around the corner. And I'm late because I'm pacing in my room. I'm dry heaving. I'm sweating. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. I finally get to my friend's party and my car's driving weird. I'm like, what is happening? And I get out of my car. There's a flat tire. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get my tire fixed? The over didn't hit. So then I'm at the party. I'm in the bathroom constantly checking the score. It's 36-42. Fucking Jesus Christ. They're like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I didn't sleep. I'm like, all right, whatever. Just try and enjoy the party as much as possible. I leave the party. I stop checking the parlay at this point. I leave the party. I get home. I see that the Vikings pulled through and actually won. And a lot of the other legs hit except like 2.
Okay.
So the $50 would have got back like $1,000 and I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
I had $25 left and it was like 9 o'clock. So I did like the couple 9 o'clock NHL games, Korean baseball. It's like crazy shit. COVID fucked me up.
Korean baseball?
COVID fucked up a lot of gamblers. Yeah.
Because I got into Korean baseball. Yep. I got into UFC. I got into Australian rugby. Yep. NRL, one of the best leagues that you can bet on. Dude, I got into a lot.
Yeah, but do you follow all these sports? You just going on what you were following Korean baseball?
Yeah, I remember Googling, taking like
I would Google. You remember the names of the players?
I would Google the Doosan Bears versus the NC Dinos. I would put that into Google and I would be like prediction, and it would only be Korean reviews and predictions, and I would take the Korean and put it into a Google translator to understand what they were saying.
That's so
but then
much
luckily
effort.
A lot of gamblers, like you said, got into Korean baseball, so then a lot of it
people were talking about
English.
it. You started getting news about it, people talking about it.
The last $25 that I had, poetically, like a crazy shout out Nazem Kadri. It was like one of these crazy, like what we were talking about before, like first quarter LeBron James triple double, like crazy odds. $25 to like $2,700. It all hit.
Oh shit!
It all hit. I made my money back, and then I stopped gambling for 3 days.
So that bought you a few days.
Bought me a few days.
Isn't that crazy that that's not enough to teach you?
No, because what happens is you go.
I can win.
Oh, I can. Yeah. Well, at first you go, I fucking made it. I got lucky.
Yeah.
Whew, I'm gonna call it quits. Yeah. But then you start remembering. But I won.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I could win.
Yeah.
And then,
but now I got limits.
That's good.
I have an account for every book in New Jersey. I have MGM. I have Bet Rivers.
Holy shit,
I got Parks Casino. It's disgusting, but like $10 limits, $25 limits.
Yeah. You're going, but you're going through all of them. So
but the $25 is going for 25 legs every Saturday, Sunday.
Right. But it's reasonable. Yeah. Gambling is one of the. I have a lot of people with gambling addictions, and I've had a lot of people with gambling addictions in my life. It's always that thing of like, well, first of all, it's like becomes just part of your day to day. Yeah. Like it just becomes part of your life. Like when you're betting on sports, it's so easy because there's always sports happening. Yeah. So there's always something to do. You don't have to go all the way to a fucking casino because you know what I mean? Like if that's the kind of gambler you are, if you're like a tactile, like you might lose big. You might lose tons of money at that casino trip, but you're not going back to, unless you really live near one, which a lot of people don't.
I don't. Yeah.
Like I grew up in New York. You'd have to go all the way to Atlantic City.
Yeah.
You do a 3-hour drive to do that, right? But sports betting is always there.
Yeah.
Whether it was old school call of bookie or gambling online now.
I don't go anywhere public to do the sports booking. That's dirty.
Yeah.
I'm above that.
I've done it like in Vegas. Like when you're in Vegas, be like, oh, there's some games happening. Like in the moment. If it's not like your day to day, it's fun. Yeah. It's exciting. I get it. I get the rush. I understand it.
If I'm doing a sports book in person, I'm gonna feel like that guy at like McDonald's in the drive-thru where he's like, let me get 5 burgers, 5 sodas,
right.
I like that you're like in the bathroom dry heaving over Mexican rugby. But you're like, that's
it's crazy.
Me.
The odds, but people don't. So. People don't hit those odds, those lines, so they're like nice and juicy. Like you can get a lot of money because nobody's betting on the under 18 British basketball league.
right. So it's good odds. Yeah. No, I get that. But it's like I remember the first time I ever went to a casino. I think it was I want to say Atlantic City was like on strike or something. So I ended up going to like my brother took me to like Foxwoods maybe or one of those one of the other Mohegan Center, Foxwoods or what. And I remember going like actually that trip was fine. We just played poker. And then I went back like a second time soon after, and I was like a bunch of guys, and I was like, oh, I want to play. I think I was playing blackjack and crap. Like I was just trying everything.
Yeah. And
I won, I think, on roulette like right away. Oh shit. Like I hit like a few, and I was just playing like colors at one point. I was going slow, and then I started going numbers, and I built it up. I not a ton. You're talking maybe like $1,000 or something, and then I just watched it slow, make it small. I started going big bets. I'm like, well, now I built it up. I'm going to be smart about this. Let's just do $20 bets here and there. Yeah. And over the course of the night, because we were in a casino where nothing else was going on, we were just in that casino all night. I watched it slowly go down.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I ended up fucking emptying my bank account, like my checking account. I was like 21, you know? I went down. I lost all the winnings. I lost everything in my checking and all this shit, like whatever fucking little I had in my checking account at that age. And I was just like, I was so depressed. I was so upset. I was like, he's like, well, you're going to play anymore? He's like, I could spot you a few hundred if you need. And I was like, no, man, I lost everything. I was acting like I lost my house. He's like, no, man, I lost everything.
I lost all $49.
I probably had a few $100 in my checking. But the fact that I had won and I lost 1,000 plus I lost everything else. And I went, I understood. It was just in that very short experience. And I've done gambling since. I've gambled plenty since. But like it's not like an itch for me. Yeah. But a lot of people close to me, it's like it's their livelihood. Like it's not their livelihood. It's their life. It's their
people make a living on it's crazy.
Yeah, but how?
But you know what? It's not even the gambling from the living. It's you want the good pick tonight? You sign up and I'll give you the pick, but it's like for VIP people. So they're not even making money on the actual gambling. They're making money under the idea that they got the inside.
The insight.
Yeah. And then people are like, oh, I need that one last leg. And then you're good. You don't even need to hit the bet to make $300, $400, $500.
Right.
I signed up for a few of those in the heyday. That's how I know about that.
Have they ever worked out for
you? Maybe like once or twice, but I'm an idiot. So I'm like, I also know a few legs that you don't. So I'm going to add that into this, and then I would lose. But yeah, the amount of times that I've been messaging a Twitter account that just sends me a whale, and then like Steph Curry's going to hit 10 threes tonight. Crazy.
But you're still pretty like you've got the limits now, but you're still pretty.
Got the limits, but
you're still doing. You
find ways around it. Honestly, it's
around your own limits.
So bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you put the limits on there yourself, right?
I know. There's people that I can hit up.
In a moment of clarity, like post-nut clarity for gambling, you had a moment where you went, I got to put limits on everything. Right? I'm imagining you went all at once and put all the limits out there, but now you're always like...
I was banned. I was banned for a year. I couldn't gamble the entire state. I self-excluded myself for a year because one of the books called me, and they were like, you have a problem. And I tried to lie for like a minute. And I was like, no, I don't. You're crazy. And they're like, we could see everything. We could see the bank statements.
The book called you and was like,
you're paying us too much money.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know that they would do that.
I'm
You
right,
just
right.
assume they'd be like, check out this
I don't think
fucking
most
idiot.
books would, but Bet365 cares.
Yeah.
So that's
or
that's
or
nice.
maybe one rep saw it and,
why-
and that person cared.
That's why
You know what I
they're
mean? Like someone who
America's
saw it
#1
was like, wait a
sports
minute.
book. I'm trying to get a free bet right now. I'm trying to get a free. Send me a free $5 bet. They don't send me promos anymore. That's
Dude,
you're I'm on a shit list with them.
This is like you're recruited for them like it's a cult. Like you're like they care about you. They can
They
help
do.
you.
They do care about you.
They can help you.
They care.
You just
They're
put the
probably
bet
going to call me
down.
tonight.
It also is great 9-leg parlay. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's why you're not watching any movies.
No, but you know what?
You got like 7 screens on at all times watching like the fucking Minority Report, but it's just all.
I did see
all Korean baseball over here.
Uncut Gems.
Oh,
I saw that. They nailed that.
Yeah.
They nailed the emotional roller coaster.
that is dude. That's like your movie.
My God.
That's an uncomfortable movie to watch.
It's so uncomfortable. My wife hated the whole thing. She's like, I hate this movie. Like as she's watching it, I'm like, no, I know why you're saying that, but that's why I love this movie.
Yeah, most people should hate that movie. Yeah. It's a good sign if you hate that movie.
Anxiety ridden.
I saw that in the theater, and I remember like, okay, I love this movie, but I also want to walk out.
Yeah.
I feel so uncomfortable right now.
Yeah. There's some shows and movies that'll do like certain parts of Breaking Bad used to make me so mad. Like I'd be like, why am I watching? I don't feel good watching this show anymore. You know, like this is like in the later seasons when shit really ramped up because every season was like 20% more anxiety inducing than the one before. Yeah. I was like, I can't sleep now. Yeah. You know, Uncut Gems is definitely uncomfortable, but it's so good. If you think about just like the cinematography of that, like how they it's a pretty simply shot thing, but I mean like how they captured that anxiety of what he was going through. Like that's a masterful job at conveying that.
My wife has anxiety, like suffers from it. Yeah. Like it's a real thing. And I put that on one night. Just not even, and I was like, this movie is so good. It made me so uncomfortable. You have to watch this. Like 4 minutes in, she was like, turn this off.
Yeah.
She was like, we're done.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do this.
Damn. Yeah, no, that's a great movie.
My wife doesn't like a lot of the like anything that I like that's like, oh, you got to watch this is fucked up. I still think I could convince her, but she's like, I hate all this.
Yeah.
We're pretty good. Like we've got pretty similar tastes. Like if it's some trashy fucking reality show, there's a pretty excellent chance we're both on board.
Oh, I just watched Is It Cake last night.
Oh, I watched it with my daughter.
It's
bad. Are you gambling on Is It Cake? You probably could gamble on Is It Cake.
You're probably.
You'd have to do it quickly because it's pretty quick reveal.
Yeah.
I watch it with my daughter. She's very excited to find out what it's cake. It's a good show for a 4-year-old. It's not a good show for an adult.
We're watching one now where it's couples.
That's your reality show call out, by the way. It's like you were talking about, you're like, I just watched As a Cake. I watched The Floor is Lava recently. Is that
cool? We're watching one now where it's couples, online couples. So they've never met in person. Some of them have been dating.
You get obscure ones, man.
Yeah. Oh, no, we get recommendations. Like, we have people in our lives that know, like, the worse and the dumber
They're like
premise.
his gambling people. They're like, I gotta go.
Yeah. My wife's got a friend at work that's like, tell your husband that he needs to. So we're watching one where online couples who have never met in real life all go live in a house together to see if they have real chemistry. But you're living in a house with all these other couples, so there's other people there, and one of the couples has been together for 12 years and never met in person.
So weird, man.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's got to be a sad show, right? Like, these are sad situations, right?
Should be.
Or are they just in other countries?
No. They're here.
They're like one state over.
Of course they're here. Yeah. Yeah.
They've landed.
There's a couple who both live in LA.
Yes.
And haven't met each other. Because, like, one's on the side of town that the other one doesn't want to go to or something.
What's this called again?
Oh, fuck. What's it called?
Damn.
Right. So the white one doesn't want to go to the.
Like the never
met show.
Yeah, no, that's it's like the never meets or the never met each other's.
I do like shit like that. I watched a documentary once on
6 catches.
Dude, I'm seven legs to go as far as I know.
I am so glad that you're here while one of your legs are going good.
Oh yeah, dude.
Had it been going the other way around, we just could have gotten horribly depressing.
Yeah.
So dry heaving in the middle of the podcast.
It would have been like the Waldo episode, like, please don't kill yourself till...
Oh, yeah, no, he's going to do it.
Yeah, but he's so sassy about it.
Joe's betting on it. Joe's like, I just put in 3-1 odds.
The slip lost. I needed the Flyers and Ottawa Senators.
Fucking Flyers.
Over 5.
So dry heaving.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, dude.
I've known enough people with gambling addictions in my life to I don't need to see you dry heaving over there.
Yeah, it's only $25, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll find that in a winter jacket, then I'll be fine. We'll be good.
Before he leaves, you got $25.
You guys got any winter jackets?
Till the bookie shows up and takes his winter jacket.
Go to a thrift shop and just.
Talking about incredibly sad things. I watched a documentary once on. You remember the online simulation? It was called Second Life. Do you remember that like game?
Vaguely.
So it was like this thing where people created avatars of themselves, like little figures of themselves, and they played in this communal. This is very early, like this is like 20 years ago. You know what I mean? This is very early, like internet sort of like social media was pretty new and like. So these people would create these characters, but like the characters could fly and stuff. But like they just create these characters, and they're like, oh yeah, my character's a musician, or like my character owns a shoe store, and then people would actually come into your shoe store and buy shoes with their real money, their real life money.
What?
They'd pay for the because they would put money into the game, so they'd be like. My character needs to buy these shoes that you have displayed in your shoes, so they'd buy their shoes. So it was weird because it was just mundane life shit. It wasn't like a video game where you were like killing monsters.
Yeah, but so this is just like you would log on and then go sit in traffic on your way to fucking Applebee's?
Yup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You would just
live a life.
Who wants to do that twice?
You were just like in Bayonne. You were just in Second Life Bayonne. And, but because these are people who were like, probably were already awkward and shut-ins, and I'm also imagining some people were just gamers and got into it, right? But there was a lot of people who got really into it because finally they found something to where like, I don't have to go outside to interact with people. Yeah, my character could interact with your character. But I watched this like documentary about like now that because it's like still out there, but it's like a ghost town. No one's in the game anymore.
Yeah,
and there's still people who are just like, yeah, I remember like 20 years ago I used to like really like. This town, this was like bustling, and there was all these people, but now it's just his lonely character, but with like 2 other people. Hey, Phil, we've both been in this town for 30 years.
However long it's been. That's hilarious. That's like in real, like when the factory closes up shop and everybody moves out.
Yeah, you get that like
except for like a dozen assholes.
You get that in like upstate New York, like in the Catskills, like abandoned towns. You're like, oh, this used to be something. Yeah. You can see the remnants of the boarded up houses. They've got the digital version of that, and the documentary is so sad because there's people with like friendships and they're talking about like romantic relationships that their characters had. They're like, oh yeah, I was like engaged to this like this person. I was engaged. Like our characters met, and through that we started talking on the phone, got engaged, but never met the person. And you just get all these stories like. No one and every relationship that any one of these people were in ended badly. Yeah. Because they're damaged people. These are like all people that are like really don't want human interactions at all. Yeah. And the fucking film crew is just in their like small little basement apartments. It's incredibly sad. And I can't watch enough of that shit. Like I'll watch any fucking hoarding. You know those hoarding.
Hoarders. There is something in a milk jug and stuff.
Yeah, shit. Like or like hoarders. There's 30 pizza boxes there, and then the film crew moves it over, and there's like a family of mice under there. I don't know what it is when they put like TLC is famous for this. They just put mental illness on display. Yeah, and it's fucking fascinating to watch. People like eat their hair. You know those shows, the Weird Obsession. Yeah. Like
there was that lady that kept eating. like the shit in the couch cushion.
Oh, there was that.
Like
There was also the diaper lady that would eat the diaper stuff.
Oh my God.
What?
There was rocks, I believe, as well.
So it was a nail one, hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like people would just eat.
The guy
shit.
who would have sex with his car, a romantic relationship with his car.
Wait, how do you have sex with it? Like in the cushion or in the tailpipe?
I would hope the tailpipe. That
would hurt more.
That's what God wanted.
Yeah,
That's why God designed the car like that.
Yeah. If there's a vagina in that car, it's a tailpipe. Those sort of like weird obsessive things, those things I will watch.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I don't there's nobody in these people's lives that are like, don't
No,
do
a lot of
this
times
show.
there are.
Yeah, there's they just don't listen.
Yeah, no, a lot of times like the hoarding ones, like a lot of times when they go to the person's house, like the person who's hoarding didn't call the film crew. It was like their daughter called the film crew.
Yeah.
Like their daughter tried to get help, and they're like, we've had him go to, we've tried to get therapists and all this stuff and nothing will happen. It's like once dad died, she went into this weird hole and then like she calls TLC or whatever network it was at the time. They get the film crew there and then you can see the person's like, I just don't want you to, and then they have panic attacks when the crew starts, because then the crew starts gutting out all the shit and the person like has a mental breakdown. Sometimes they have to stop filming and they have to stop cleaning the person's house because they actually like, they're going to die. Like this person's going to fucking their mind.
I am so the opposite of hoarding. Like if I come across something in my house and I'm like, I have not used this thing in 5 years.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Right.
Oh yeah. No, I'm
My wife's
like
like that. She'll throw out anything.
I can I'll throw my wallet across my room and then it might get buried like underneath like a pillow or whatever, and then I'll be able to know exactly where the wallet is under the mess. So I can
You have an organized
Yeah,
mess.
I kind of like the safari of it all. But I would never hoard.
Yeah.
But I like a new,
But turns out they weren't pillows. They were just a bunch of guinea pigs. Yeah. They threw the wallet in there.
I had an aunt that was a hoarder. And my dad, she came over. She was like wacky, and we didn't see much of her. But she came over once, and my dad made me drive her back to like her rent-controlled apartment in Queens or whatever. And he told me to walk her up and make sure she got in safe. And when I did, I'd never seen anything like that in my life. Like it was just shit everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was just a walkway for her to get from room to room. And then everything else was like wall to ceiling shit.
Crazy
and I remember her saying to me like, hey, can I offer you a ginger ale? And I looked around and I couldn't even find a fridge. And I was like, I don't think you can.
How old?
So it was like my dad's aunt. It was my great aunt. So I was in college when that happened. So she was probably at that point in her 70s or something.
It's always an old.
Yeah.
Like, how are you
like Depression
doing this?
era?
Yeah. Because I think that it's caused usually there's some sort of trauma that happens a lot of times. If they're really extreme hoarding, there's something happens to these people.
Yeah.
Somewhere, or they lost someone.
Maybe they had a hole in the floor.
There's a hole
They
in the
were
floor.
like, we'll never be able to buy enough stuff to fill this hole.
The hole in the floor in their heart. It's just not filled. And see, I mean, your parents were the opposite of hoarders. They gave away their kids.
Yeah. They're like,
it's
stacking up.
It's like we're gonna get rid of everything. But like, I think that trauma happens, and then they lose maybe their husband or something, you know what I mean? And then there's no one there to govern it. They're just living in there. They're just doing it. No one's stopping them. Every once in a while somebody comes in and it's like, oh shit, that's fucked up. But you probably don't say anything. I mean, you didn't say anything to your aunt, right? You didn't be like, the fuck are you doing in here?
Yeah,
like,
no. I
right.
couldn't wait to get out of there.
Yeah, you just were like, I don't even want that ginger ale because I don't know how long you've had that ginger ale. Yeah. Right? Because what do you say in a situation like that? When it's like shocking to see when somebody's like,
yeah.
No,
I wasn't prepared for it. I was like, oh, it was before. So if I was in college,
tell your dad like, hey, did you know that? Did you know that was going on? Did you send me in the house and not even tell me?
I remember him like he had to pay me to do it. He was
paid?
He was like, look, I'll give you $100 if you drive your Aunt Laura back to Queens. And I remember, like, I just heard so many crazy weird. I was like, I don't think that's enough. I'll do it because you let me live here, but I don't think it's enough.
Wow, I would do that. I would definitely go for $100. I know somebody that hoards. It always cat piss, no cats.
It smells like cat piss,
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
It's probably other animals peeing.
Probably.
Or maybe the cats are just hidden by all the shit. Maybe they're just under the old newspaper.
No, dude, I watched an old extreme hoarder one where there was like raccoons in the house. And like,
I can't, when they, like, I saw one where this lady pooped in a diaper and then hoarded the diapers, and the diapers, she just threw them on the floor, and it eventually made the floor like soft, and they like came through the ceiling.
Ooh.
And it's like, because she just kept throwing dirty, shitty diapers.
wow.
And it eventually, I mean, I don't know the science behind it. I don't know how shit breaks down a ceiling. But apparently enough of it can over years.
Yeah. Anything wet and damp could just damage wood and shit like that, you know?
Some rice.
That's fine. Yeah, but like also, all right, so that's years later it breaks through. But how about just in the moment, just a fucking shit diaper being through? Like,
Yeah, even just the first one. Are you like,
What
oh,
happened to
it's
the
so
toilet?
weird that I shit in a diaper, but I don't know where to put this. I'll just leave it here. But like,
she definitely left the first one in like a garbage bag, feeling like I'm gonna take that out later. And then eventually it was like, I'll just keep on filling up the bag. Then eventually it was like, well, whatever, it's working. That's fine. I'm just gonna throw like those things. You don't just like, you're not just like a well-adjusted person. Then you're a hoarder overnight.
Yeah.
That shit builds. That shit's scary and sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad to think like someone just lives like that. But it's also like, that's kind of just let that person's just gonna die in their mess. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It's not gonna. Like, how do you reform that? Right?
yeah,
I don't know. Bigger house.
TV crew.
Yeah.
Bigger. No, these people won't
crew in
move.
there to.
They won't move. Like they don't want.
I saw
gotta
one where
market
they
it the
were
right way.
like, and you've seen, they're really sad. Like they'll have kids living in there and shit. And
Yeah.
you see the state show up, and they're like, "You got to throw out your shit, or we're gonna take your kids away." And they're like, "See you kids."
Yeah, I'm not throwing out my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your like your kids' classmates have to know because you put this on TV.
They smell you.
Yo, but they
Yeah, they already do.
they had suspicions, but now they know. Like now it's on TV. Like, oh, your mom would rather hang on to her dirty diapers.
And then it all
than
starts
you.
over again.
Yeah.
And that kid's bullied. Then he hoards a bunch of shit.
Like
It's
you
a
said, that
never-ending
person you know
cycle.
that hoards, it's always no cats, smells like cat piss. That's like probably tons of rodent piss.
Yeah.
That smell. You know, urine smells like urine, pretty much from any animal.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's probably just a bunch of rats and mice peeing and shitting all over a house, and it smells just. Oh. That's like you walk into that and you're like, I feel like I have something. I feel like I caught something being in here. You know,
Yeah, it's
and the
a
place is just so
wall.
dirty.
It's
I just had old aunts with like the mothball smells, you know the old Italian,
yeah,
ladies.
yeah,
that just, all their houses smelled the same. And I caught a whiff of it the other day. It's so weird how senses will do this to you.
Yeah.
I caught a whiff of it walking my dog like down the blocks. It must have been like coming out of someone's like fresh laundry smell coming out of their house or something. And I was like, I just started like running through like the three ants in my head who had that smell in their house. It just triggered it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, what a terrible fucking smell though.
Oh, anytime I smell a cigarette smoke, I think of my my grandfather because he would just like hotbox the kitchen.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Jersey City, yeah.
Isn't that wild how that generation used to just like, you know, my Italian relatives would have like, you know, they would put like plastic over the tablecloth because that's what they would do. They had like a plastic tablecloth that would go over the real tablecloth because they just wanted to preserve it. I don't know. But then there was like the old men would get drunk and there'd be cigarette holes in the fucking plastic.
Yep.
And when I smell cigarettes, I think of burnt plastic. I automatically, still to this day, if I smell a cigarette, I think of being in a small Brooklyn apartment with like 7 uncles all smoking and screaming at each other. It's like I smell coffee, like espresso, and cigarette and some burnt plastic and like just yelling. Yeah. Not even yelling.
Smell yelling.
The yelling was so loud you could smell it. But it wasn't like even yelling, like mad yelling. It was just the way they talked. They all talked over each other.
Yeah.
And they're just like, everyone was just like their hands were just going. Like Italians just tug with their, but it's like cigarette in one hand, a little espresso cup in the other.
Yeah.
It's a chaotic fucking life.
Yeah. No, the family I was adopted into is Italian. So yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's very loud. A lot of smoking. A lot of limoncello.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
No holes in that floor. They keep the house nice.
A lot of carpenters.
They just threw plastic
a lot of carpenters
over.
just fucking fixing shit despite a heart attack.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Dude, my childhood house was built by like the house we moved into eventually was built by like a drunk Italian carpenter.
Oh yeah.
Dude would just be I'd come over, my dad would be like, "Oh, let's go check out the new house." He's just fucking smoke, just drunk on the job. That's a time, I think in the 90s was a time when carpenters were just always drunk.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Yeah. Like all those houses were just built, but you know, they were all built by like just drunk foreign people.
Yeah.
It's probably still true.
Hope so.
Well, now they're getting deported, so
shame.
Well, this was a pretty depressing episode.
Yeah,
well, we covered it all.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, don't worry, Joe's our pop culture dude. I heard him talk about Stevie Wonder once. That's literally what I've based this on.
You based this on a reference
on a
of
joke
a celebrity.
I saw him do like a decade ago.
When Stevie Wonder was maybe still at the end of being relevant. Well, thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah, no, dude, thanks for having me.
You have anything to plug? Plug Klarna? Or your bookie?
Got a lot of financial things to think about, but this is good.
All right, thanks for coming on, dude.
Thank you, man.
A bit too much podcast everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, but if they're listening, they already know that. Like, they found it.
Yeah, but then they could find it. Like, then then you could, like, watch the YouTube version.
Yeah. If you listen to this and you're like, I can't even, I have to
I
get
have
more.
to see these guys.
I have to see what this was like.
This one, they might want to know just how Peruvian you look.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
You look Peruvian.
Do I sound Peruvian?
No.
No, not at all.
You sound like a dude from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time, I was buying alcohol at like, I was 22, 23, and the guy behind the counter, he was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, this question again. I'm brown. I'm from Peru. I was adopted. Now I live in Jersey City. He's like, "No, where are you from?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You sound like you're from California." I was like, "Whoa."
You do have a little bit of a... No, I wouldn't say California. That's extreme. Yeah, that's extreme.
Yeah.
It's not so...
It's something. I know it's there. It's like, it's part Jersey, and it's... I don't know. I know there's something that
there's something that's different.
Skateboard that says
maybe.
Yeah.
There's something, there's a little twinge, like a little like it's almost like a little stoner voice thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it sounds like a little bit of that.
Not hell yeah. I'm 35. That shouldn't be a hell yeah.
I don't think most of the
really, because I was just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, and he hasn't been 35 in like 40 years, so it's all right. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you, man.